Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to do another video that I'm hoping is going to be a little bit different from what other channels do, simply because I think that this is important. I'm going to be comparing two extremely similar lights tonight, even by the same manufacturer, two of the newest lights that I've purchased. Reason being, I'm not trying to find a winner between the two. They are both excellent lights, and I don't think you can go wrong with either one. But I just think that, especially in the Klarus lineup of lights, these are two single 18650 cell lights that people are probably knowing over the most. I know I was. So I'm going to do a really quick, brief unboxing of both, and I mean really fast. In fact, I didn't even put the sheaths back in, and I'll mention that later, just to give you guys an idea of the kind of accessories that the lights come with. But also, I want to show you like size comparisons, for example, because to some people that's a big deal. I can't really demonstrate weight because I'm not going to bring a scale out to put the lights on. Obviously, the bigger light is going to be a little heavier than the smaller light will be. But having said that, hopefully this helps some of y'all out, and let's dive right into it. The bigger box here is the newer Klarus XT12S. And this light here, obviously, it's got a slightly bigger head on it than the XT2CR light does, so that's why the box is a bit bigger. The packaging is identical outside of the size differences. And I just want to show you guys, in case y'all were wondering, with the ANSI specs on the back of both these lights, the run times and the outputs are literally identical, although they do run on two slightly different LEDs. And you can see that on the back of the box too, so feel free to rewind and pause on that if you guys wanted to for whatever reason. We're going to start with the XT2CR. In fact, we'll try to do these same time here. Forgive me if this is a little messy. The XT2CR, the smaller light, is going to be on my right side, and the XT12S is going to be on my left side. I'm suck at opening boxes, guys, so I always rip these boxes, it seems like, in the same spot as well. You can probably tell I'm wearing the same shirt from the pros and cons video of the XT12S because we are doing these videos back to back. I do shower, and I'm not gross. Not most of the time. So here we go. It comes packaged a lot nicer than this, guys. Again, I just wanted to pull out some of the stuff. I carry these lights regularly just to show you the differences of what y'all will get in both boxes with both lights. So we'll start with the XT2CR light. This is the fully tubular light here. You can see that the head is roughly the exact same size as the body. Both interfaces on these lights are identical, okay, guys? So you'll have, if I had both these lights side by side and you couldn't see the head on both, even with the lanyards there, the lanyard positions, the button positions, the diameters, everything are identical on both these lights. I mean, these truly are brother lights. The XT2CR has an indicator for its power adage on the side, and I'll show you the difference here where the XT12S has it around its magnetic charging port, because you can USB charge the XT2CR. You can see the rubber flap here. You cannot USB charge the XT12S. This one can only be recharged either by pulling the cell out the same way you can with the XT2CR, or by using the magnetic charger on this one. By the way, both these come with chargers. So the XT2CR comes with a micro USB charger, obviously that goes right into the slot of it, that's designed for that. And both of them come with virtually identical Klarus manuals. They also both come with your standard typical sheaths. For you guys, see if I can pull one off of my bag. I got my bag right beside me. For you guys that may not have purchased higher end lights before, virtually any light on the market nowadays, for the most part, is going to come with a nylon sheath of some sort, just to carry outside of the waistband if you decide not to carry in a pocket or something like that. These are the two different holsters here. The smaller one, of course, is for the XT2CR. The larger one is for the XT12S. Both of these lights also came, I think in the XT2CR one, I have the bag in here still, with a little baggie with a spare O-ring. This is also the same exact bag that will come in your XT12S, if I remember correctly, with a very similar spare O-ring. And this clear bag also comes with your Klarus lanyard, which is identical on both of these lights, a standard black lanyard with white Klarus lettering. So that is all the same. Just a reminder, the nylon pouches, they have identical functionality on the back, so you can run them either through a belt loop or you can Velcro over MOLLE, which is how I use both of these particular ones. but they are different sizes. So you will not be able to put an XT2CR light in a XT12, or I'm sorry, you won't be able to put an XT12S light in an XT2CR light holster. So getting rid of those for a second. You have your USB charger with the XT2CR, and then I have my lanyard as well on the XT12S. And just a reminder to you guys, another recharger, but this one is the magnetic charger instead of the micro USB charger. Another cool feature, this one came with one of those, I call it like a weapon ring. I know that these rings on the XT12S are designed to be used to kind of get a better grip on the light, especially if you're to use it with a weapon, for example. I don't like these personally. I don't like the fact that they're typically free floating as this one is, and they can constantly spin around the body. I find that annoying. I like the feeling of something just being completely solid with no movement. So I decided purposely to take it off. Also, I had a really weird experience with my old school Nightcore SRT7 light that actually had the ring on it. It fell off the table from not even maybe a meter onto the floor, and it completely shattered. So I don't trust the plastic of these things anyways. That's the first thing I did was take it off. They both come with identical 3600 milliamp rechargeable Klarus cells. Awesome, awesome batteries, awesome run times. Again, just a reminder, both of these lights come with identical run times. In fact, the specs are identical on all the lights, with the exception of just on both lights with just a couple exceptions. The first, obviously, being the head size. Now, for me, personally, and I'm not a big guy at all, I think it's important to say that the Klarus XT12S light is significantly wider near the head than the XT2CR, but it is still very easily pocketable, at least for somebody like myself that wears khaki shorts all the time with cargo pockets and everything else. I mean, it wouldn't be something I don't think I would ever be complaining about. Because the size of the head is a bit bigger, it is a bit heavier as well, especially with the magnetic charging port. But I'll tell you right now, to me, it feels like a bit more of a weapon than the XT2CR does as well. So I think there are definitely trade-offs there between the two lights. Finally, the one spec that is just extremely different between both these lights is the difference in the types of beams that they emit. So your candela, or your intensity for the beam, is literally 4 times what the XT2CR is in the XT12S. And what that means for you guys is that, and a lot of y'all probably know, but for those of you who do not, the XT2CR light produces a much floodier beam. And it still reaches out and touches very well, honestly. In all seriousness, more than I would ever imagine needing. I mean, if I couldn't see something with the XT2CR in a potentially life-threatening situation, I'm in trouble. I mean, it's that far away where I should probably just get out of that situation altogether. I will say that the differences in beams are extremely apparent, guys. The amount of focus on the XT12 versus the XT2CR is the first thing you'll notice when you turn both the lights on. And although you might be able to light up more of a tree line, we'll just use 100 yards as a reference point with the XT2CR, you can really focus in on a singular object with the XT12S. So just to throw this out there, if I were, for example, if I were raiding a house and I knew that somebody was in that house, or there was a high probability somebody was in that house, just because of the differences in beam patterns, I think I would probably feel more comfortable with the XT2CR. It just sends a very usable beam throughout. I mean, it's got such a smooth transition. I have the beam shot videos shown for both videos, so feel free to check those out, guys, and I think you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. An extremely smooth transition from the hotspot to the spill in the XT2CR. And you have almost mini thrower tendencies in the beam with the XT12S. If I were inside the house looking out and expecting an attack from a distance, I would go with the XT12S. Just because I can really pinpoint more of a singular object. So this is just a brief overview between these two lights. Again, I'm head over heels for both of them, to be honest with y'all. At the present time, I'm EDCing the XT2CR, but I always have my go bag with me, and the XT12S is always in there. So in an extent, I'm kind of EDCing both of these lights. It's hard to put either of them down. Hopefully this helps you guys out, especially those of y'all who might be nulling over between the two of these. You might be able to see a slight height difference too as well. Well, I just noticed that for myself. But I hope you guys like this video. If you guys think that I misspoke on something, or if you guys agree with anything that I've said, I may very well have left something out. Again, these are lights that I've already had out of the box for a little while now, so I may have forgotten to put something back in the unboxing. Feel free to let me know in the comments, guys. I love hearing from y'all. Stay safe out there, and may God bless.